It's the Brian and Kindra Show with Brian Cook and Kindra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kendra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey! It's the Brian and Kindra Show. Thursday. It's like 5:30. Thanks for listening.
Hi, I'm Kendra Cox. I'm with Keller Williams Elite.
Here in Woodward.
In Woodward.
We have quite a show for you today.
Don't we, though? I'm excited about today. We're going to have some fun because we're going to talk about the MLS. And I feel like whenever I say that, I always do it just like that. Go MLS. And people are like, what are you even saying? The multiple listing service. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Yep.
So, but
Good
first,
stuff.
We've had a fun day. We got to do some fun showings.
Yes, I showed land, which is kind of cool. And EJ and Hugh went to Chester and looked at some land. We looked at some really cool land yesterday.
We did.
It's like
a
piece of property that you didn't know existed in Woodward, and you can see town from there, but the town can't see you.
No, not at all. I had no idea that was back there. In fact, I was making my kids talk to their mom. It was fun. And so I was like, you guys, today I found the best camping spot in the middle of town.
Yes.
They're like, Mom, that's weird. But it was gorgeous, wasn't it?
It was pretty awesome.
Heck of a home
And he was
site.
like, well, I didn't know if you want to drive your truck up that hill. Dude.
He totally
just
challenged
say
you,
go.
didn't he? I thought, I wonder what Brian's going to wreck today.
Yes, something. Telephone pole. All those scratches.
It was beautiful. So that's going to come on the market soon, but not soon like tomorrow soon, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, he's got some family stuff to work through.
Okay, so we looked at some fun land yesterday, and actually you're looking at some other fun land that we're going to list in the next tomorrow or Monday or something.
Hopefully, yep.
And that's really close to town. That's over 100 acres. That's going to be a good listing. But my favorite part was today we were showing houses, and and they had done the best job with curb appeal. It was so beautiful with all their little flowers. Then we get to the back, and they had this little planter. And the buyer said, what are they? What is in there? And Brian goes, oh, well, that's a pickle plant.
But you didn't click till after I said it out loud.
Okay, so I'm still tickled about that. Now, did Brian really know it was a pickle plant? No, we did not know it was a pickle plant. It actually had a little, I don't know what you call that, like a little marker.
Yeah.
That said pickle plant. What was the other one? Were they both pickles?
Of them, pickle plant.
Okay, so then we got tickled. Usually people say cucumber plants. Are pickle plants a thing?
I don't know, because they don't come out pickled.
You grew up on a farm.
We
my grandpa
grew
always had a
cucumbers
garden.
and had pickles.
Both my grandpas always grew cucumbers, but neither one of them grew pickles.
So
but then I got excited because I love pickles.
Yes, and then we... Yeah.
So pickle plants, maybe it's a thing. I don't know.
Thing.
I need to. I guess
so
I'm going to ask that lady.
You might let
pickle
us know.
Plants, where I get one because I need pickle plants. Yeah. So, all right. Today is also. Did you talk about this morning, Branson? Today is Hairstylist Appreciation Day,
and we appreciate them much.
I didn't know, but
and you
we
should.
both got haircuts.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
You're really fancy.
Chin up.
You got the whole hard part. Is that what that's called?
I don't know what.
I don't know what things are called either. I'm just making stuff up as I go.
Good.
Yeah, yes. My hair lady's like, Kindra, your tinsel is showing. It is. My tinsel is really showing.
I got this normal.
Brian says he's going to get a haircut like yours next. Do you think he will?
I think you should.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, Brian's going to get a new do. You all notice that Brian does not have the fun little handlebar mustaches. I don't know.
I practiced in that. I look like I can't say what I look like.
You said you would wear it just one day.
I was going to, but
chicken. He's probably going to chicken out on your cool haircut too.
Yeah.
I don't know if Brian could handle a cool do like that.
I don't think I could. I'd have to. I don't know. Make my ears cold.
See, I think this is really funny because we're having to deal with some changes, and I'm freaking out, and you're like, it's not a big thing, but you can't even get a different haircut. Yeah, you back off about me and my change
I'll take it down to a 4 instead of a 5 on the sides next time.
Living on the edge.
Wow, quite a risk taker, aren't you? Today is also Adopt a Shelter Pet Day, so I really should have asked to get off work a little early.
You don't need another dime, do you?
I had to be gone on Monday to take Teddy Roosevelt to have a little procedure done.
Your dog names are awesome.
My dog names are awesome. It's a blast. But never name your dog Teddy Roosevelt. Never name an animal after a Rough Rider. Don't do it. He is crazy. Crazy. That should have been a big sign to me. All right, so what else we're going to talk about today? Oh, you want to talk about your market update? Because you always get excited about your numbers.
Statistics.
I'm going to take a nap real quick.
I need one of those. I need like a song.
Oh,
an
hurry,
interlude.
just say
Okay. This week...
It's not exciting enough
like
for you to get musical interludes.
I guess so. It like repeats myself. Last week there were 79 listings. This week there's 79 listings.
Except that, okay, so in the middle of this week, I was looking at a specific, so like we were actually down to 60-something listings this week on single-family homes, not including manufactured, and we're up again. So we actually have had some changes. There
were 7 new listings this week, and we closed 7 listings. 6 went under contract. 2 were withdrawn or expired. So we're listing and selling the same amount of houses every week. So we're in an equilibrium on the market.
So we were talking about this today with EJ, one of our agents, because he said a lot of his people that he's talking to that are interested in selling are really afraid of putting their homes on the market right now because they're afraid that this is a buyer's market and that it would be detrimental to their sales price. But really what we're seeing as far as listings, as far as that ratio, is it's not like that at all, right?
Nope.
No. What about prices? Did you look at prices at all?
I did not do that this week. We do have 6.77 months inventory. So that basically means that if your house is on the market, and this is average from 0 to $1 million.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to almost interrupt you like that.
So 6.77. So if we didn't list another house, it would take us 6 months, 6.7 months to sell every house in town.
Now, we made a big deal about how that's 0 to $1 million or whatever because, like yesterday, we were looking at a specific pocket. 140
to 180.
Right. And in that pocket, it's a higher...
It was like
10
almost 10 months inventory.
Yeah.
So which is not good because a healthy market needs to be 4.
Right.
3 or 4 is a healthy... I say healthy equilibrium
So does anybody
market.
want to buy a house so we can fix this?
Yes, that's right. We can rock this, get some of these moving. So I feel like we have a healthy equilibrium market right now, even though it shows 6.77 months. Some of the houses on the market have been there a while. I should have brought the average days on the market, which could show where we're sitting. But there's so many new listings that'll be skewed as well, which is great. We have some nice $100,000 first time home buyer style.
You listed 127 Spruce. It's 3-bedroom and 2-bathroom for $116,000.
Yes.
Which reminds me, you also have 2605 Fourth, which is another 3-bed, 2-bath for $117,000.
Yes.
And I remember there have been a couple of different times in my, I don't even know what the words I'm trying to say, but since I've been in real estate, that it's been hard to find a 3-bed, 2-bath for less than $130,000.
Yep.
So, I mean, we've got some great houses right now that are very affordable. Very affordable. And new carpet on that 2605 Fourth, so I love that. Yep. Okay, so it's also, this is my favorite, oatmeal cookie day. People are always like griping about like the chocolate chip cookies, and they are get excited and they like take a bite and they're like, oh no, it's oatmeal raisin. And I'm like, yes, it's oatmeal raisin. No?
Chocolate.
I love oatmeal raisin.
I like oatmeal raisin, but man, oatmeal, I don't know.
But I won't just, it's also raisin day. I won't just like get a handful of raisins. Like that's not my thing.
I'm okay with that.
Only if they have M&Ms with them.
Peanuts, M&Ms, and raisins.
All right. Okay, so we want to take a quick break and then come back and talk about the multiple listing service?
Sounds like an ordeal.
Okay, let's do it.
Comfort Zone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trencing, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma and Woodward. Call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
On Point Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call On Point Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
This is Todd McHugh
and Jackie Jones
with Woodward County Abstract, Dewey County Abstract, and Fairview Abstract. I would like to thank everyone in Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for choosing us for their real estate title and closing needs this past year. We will be offering new services in 2020, including bilingual closings, internet closings, and digital abstracting.
We look forward to making real estate closings faster, simpler, and more efficient for you in the future.
We want to thank you for your continued support and business.
Hey, we're back. It's Brian Cook with Keller Williams Realty Elite on the Brian and Kindra Show.
Oh, that's me. I'm Kindra.
Quit working. We're playing on the radio right now.
I was working. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
I'll just answer that later.
On a fun note, we have, go to winthishhotrod.com.
What is the hot rod we might win?
It's a 1981 Ford pickup, which is kind of a weird hot rod, but it's got a 350 fuel-injected engine in it.
It looks super fun. It's really slick.
It is
It does need to be washed.
It needs to be washed. So
You
if
could
anybody
maybe
wants
drive it
to,
to the car
take it
wash
to the car
tomorrow.
wash and wash it, they can. I don't know if I have
If
time
they take
for
it to the
that.
car wash and wash it, they can drag Maine with it.
That'd be awesome.
Sweet.
So, then come by ours to get tickets. I'm getting ready to deliver tickets to places like SPC and there's Premier Sign Design people. They're gonna have some tickets as well. $20 a piece. I can't say nothing about all that.
Okay.
So it's funny because we were like talking earlier, like Brian. Okay.
All right. So here we go. See, there's certain things you can say and you can't say on the radio, and that was like a really weird surprise for us.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway.
So just go check that website out.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Fundraiser for a good cause.
Yes, that's exactly what that is.
Okay, so let's get started talking about the MLS, the Multiple Listing Service. I think that this is this is really a term that the realtors use all the time, and we just throw it around like it's, I don't know what I was going to say after that. Confetti.
It's like when
it's a confetti word.
It's like when we went to the Keller Williams big meeting down there, and they just were like rattling off all these.
That was crazy.
Become an MC and a CLA and a JDD and and we're like, what are all these
of my
initials?
notes, all of my notes were like, I need to figure out what this means and what this means
Yeah, it
and
was
what
a
this
billion
means.
initials.
Acronyms were insane. So
Yes.
for us, multiple listing service. But what does that mean for a buyer? Why is it important? Why do we do it? You want to tell us history, or do you want me to tell your history?
Go ahead.
No, you.
Okay.
Okay.
A long
wasn't really
time ago.
asking.
Yeah.
Long ago.
No, in a faraway country. So this
this
says
is actually in
1800s in America. They were trying to figure out a way to protect the public. So there were some unethical activities going on about swapping property and transferring property unethically, and so they put a group of people together and said, how can we make this more professional and more to protect the public? So back in the 1800s, a bunch of brokers got together and they would meet in local offices and share about housing information, and then in that meeting they would discuss how they were going to compensate each other for working together.
And so the MLS system was born.
Yes.
That's a lovely story.
That is. Yay.
It is. So what does that mean to us today?
That means we still do that.
We do. So, oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
Nope.
Were you taking a big breath so you could have something really interesting to say?
No.
Just breathing. Okay. So every week, so we have a multiple listing service, and we're actually part of a greater board that encompasses not just Woodward, but actually a good portion of Northwest Oklahoma, clear over to Enid and a little bit further east of there. Is that correct?
Yes. We go clear to I-35.
Okay.
And then south down to Kingfisher, across to Camargo, Shattuck, Panhandle. We get the entire Panhandle.
So because of this, that means that we can easily cooperate with other brokerages. So,
Yes.
So whenever we're talking to buyers and we say we can show you anything in town, really, we just about can. If you can, we say that kind of generally, obviously, for sell by owners. That's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly, sometimes they still want to work with us. They're just a little hesitant. But it means that that we work with all these other agencies. So we work with Smith & Company, we work with EXP, and I'm not going to say them all because I know I'm going to forget. But right now, like the realtor that just texted me is with Northwest Real Estate. So we're cooperating with these other brokerages. My favorite thing with that, and somebody said this in one of our meetings this week, my favorite thing is we have Realtor Tour. Mm-hmm. That's another thing we just throw around. Yes. Okay, so tell us about Realtor Tour.
So Realtor Tour, generally we meet, all the agents get together at one time. Actually, we meet now. Generally, we used to before COVID. We'd meet in my office.
I remember that was fun.
So back in the day, we would meet, and then we would discuss new things happening, maybe some new legislation stuff, sometimes the boring stuff, and then we would talk about all of the new listings. So everybody would kind of give their little, here's what I listed this week, or here's what I got coming up, and then we would get the list of all the new listings that we got to go look at, and then we would all jump in our crazy vehicles and race around town. And
I seriously want somebody to do like a fun video of that because I bet it's hilarious. You know, we look like clowns.
I know.
I mean, we're a little clownish anyway, but particularly on Realtor Tour days.
Yeah, like 15 people roll in and out of 5 vehicles. And
15 minutes or less.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
In and out of a house. So we're fast. But
we are. It's awesome. Okay, so this is really cool, though, because it allows for us to share our product with another agency. And then if the other agency has a buyer that fits our property, then it's easier for them to coordinate with us, bring us a contract, and then we can sell homes better that way.
And some people ask us, why would you want to share the commission? Man, it's
because it's best for the seller.
It's best for our customer. Our best for them is to get them a house or sell their house. And so if somebody else has a customer ready, willing, and able, we don't want to stand in the way. We want that thing to sell.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it does create some, I mean, it can be a challenge that way because we don't know everyone as well from other companies as well as we know people. I mean, it's Woodward. Mm-hmm. We know most everyone, but not at the same level that you know the guy, I almost said the guy across the hall, but that's not even the same. Everybody does know you pretty well, don't they? But I mean, so whenever I first started real estate in Woodward, I didn't really know about Realtor Tour and I didn't go. And I think it was negative for my business to not go.
Me too.
And as soon as I started going, man, I was so excited with how fun. I remember calling my mom. You guys are going to laugh at me. She calls her mom. I do. So I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, these other realtors are great. I learned so much going to these realtor tours with some of the more seasoned realtors that weren't in my office. And it was a really cool deal. I think it was better for my business. And then just being able to share my product with other agents, I think was also obviously better for business, but much business. Yes. It was a lot better for my sellers. It was a lot better for for the people I was working with. So I keep saying mine. Are they really mine?
We don't own them.
I don't own
anybody. We kind of claim our
I
people because we love them. But.
Yes.
So
today people were claiming you. You're a homie.
Oh, I am. That was awesome.
And then it wasn't even just little Ben that was claiming you as a homie. Like some of your sellers were like, "He's my homie too."
Yeah, we were working on putting a house on the market, and the dad sent me a text and said, "Yeah, my son asked several questions like how they get in our house. They're just going to be in our house alone. How about if they steal all our stuff, or they bring somebody here that steals all our stuff? How do we protect our stuff?" So Dad kind of explained how all that went, and then at the end he goes, "Oh, Brian, yeah,
he's our homie."
So
I love it. Okay, so
great.
You said something just now that reminded me. So if we're listed in the multiple listing service, the seller might ask, "Okay, so anybody calls me to schedule a showing, is that right?"
I'm sorry.
Oh, you were not listening to me.
No, I was.
Geez, this is just like at work.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever, you're working. Okay, so what I said was sometimes, I can't believe you did that to me, but now I'm distracted, and that's difficult because you know how my brain works, or doesn't. Okay, so what I said was sometimes a seller gets confused. If we're a part of the multiple listing service, does every agent call them to make their appointments?
Right, so that'd be right. So if
that's a big fat no.
That is a big fat no. So
because why?
We have an exclusive right to sell your house. So and that's why you hire us, is so that we will be the middleman. In fact, we're going to look at houses tomorrow. They are friends. The buyer and the seller are friends, and they called us and said, "Hey, can you kind of jump in the middle of this situation?" I thought you meant they were my friends, and
I was real excited
because
I'm pretty pumped about
and then
tomorrow.
I took them. So no,
they're still my friends.
Oh, okay.
Rude.
So we get involved sometimes just to keep things friendly. I guess. Yeah.
So back to the exclusive right to seller lease. So I remember before I joined your company and was with a different company, one of the sellers of Gary Whitcomb had a seller, and every time I'd show that house, the seller would call me because I'd worked with him before. Hey, Kindra, how'd my showing go? And I'd be like, God, we cannot have this discussion. I can't talk to you about real estate anymore because you're exclusively, he's in an exclusive relationship. You're exclusively listed with someone else. So you have to call him and ask him, and I'll tell him my feedback. And so, no, every agent doesn't call each seller. For us, I make all of our appointments with the sellers. So that realtor that's at one of our properties now, I texted this morning, said, can I show your house? Absolutely, get after it. And that's how that works. So how do we get into each other's houses?
So we have these cool lock boxes.
They're so fun.
And they are,
Fancy.
I was showing one down by Sharon today, and you kind of just almost dip out of cell range.
Oh, that's tricky.
And it's tricky because you got to have your, so we get a code like it, and it automatically generates a code and opens the door. So through Bluetooth or whatever. And so it unlocks the code. So nobody else can get in that lockbox without being.
Have you tried to break into one of the lock boxes?
Oh man, I did.
Did you get into it?
No, I didn't. Except I didn't. There was a couple of tools I wish I would have had to try,
Yeah.
like a D6 cat dozer.
Oh yeah.
No, just kidding.
That's probably not going to happen then, since they're
Yeah.
on the door typically.
So man, it was. So we
Point
had.
being, they're safe.
They're pretty safe. We had a company try to break. It was a foreclosure thing, and you could tell they hammer, beat. They bent that thing up. You could tell they took some type of a wedge and tried to wedge it open. I brought it back to the office and thought, can just a normal person beat this thing open? And I took a drill and I messed with it for about an hour and decided this ain't even.
Wow, it held
So,
your attention that long.
It did. Isn't that amazing?
Impressive.
Maybe 5
All right,
minutes.
so
I may have exaggerated.
5
that.
minutes or an hour, one or the other.
Whatever.
Anyway, so the lock boxes, we each have an app on our phone, and we have our own specific code. My favorite part is that then it notifies us. It notifies you. So sometimes I forget to tell you that you have showings, and you'll text me and be like, hey, is so-and-so have an appointment for that? If it's an occupied property, you get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Did you schedule that? I did.
Yes.
So that way we can kind of see who's been in the house, how long they were in the house. We had a seller that has a home security system, and she messaged me on Saturday, hey, somebody just went back in the house. And so I was really quickly able to just look at my phone, see who had last been in there. Hey, are you back? Yeah, I am. Sorry. So it's very, very helpful. It's very safe for the sellers. It helps us to have an easier time to access each property, so then we can be more efficient with our showings and things like that. So that's how that works.
That's where it goes. So I'm going to back up just a little bit. So so we, inside our MLS, which is the Northwest Oklahoma Association of Realtors.
Yes.
We have a binding contract inside that MLS.
Right.
If an agent out of Oklahoma City, like the agent that listed the building on Oklahoma Avenue, 4413 Oklahoma Avenue, we called him because we had multiple customers because we are local.
Right.
We want to emphasize
Shop local.
That he came to Woodward, put a sign up. We can show all of those people as well. They're on a different MLS, but we just call and get a agreement together, and that way, just to verify what compensation they're offering, stuff like that. So there was a few locals,
Right.
that just called him and looked at the property, and so just remember, if you have a local agent, call your local agent. It doesn't matter who's signing that yard.
Right. And I think the important part of that's really, really helpful is if I'm working with one agent, that agent is able to know if me as a buyer or working with you as an agent, you very quickly catch on to what my needs and wants really are. Because a lot of times I'll say, well, I need this. But the more you listen to me, you realize that some of that's really more of a want, not a need. Or sometimes I might have a need I don't even realize that I have. I mean, we've spent time with some customers that by the time we're finished, we think, we probably need to find them something with a wider hallway. They are going to need wheelchair access and things like that. So it helps us to get those relationships with our customers so then we can better serve them. It helps you to shop outside the box at that point. A lot of times at that point you have to shop outside the multiple listing service, which you love because you go hunting.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we probably need to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. So don't run away because we want to talk about the cooperation part of the multiple listing service with the other agencies. So we will be right back.
Homeowners and business owners, do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
Our home is usually our largest investment, and we insure it against damage. One unseen destructive force not covered by most insurance policies is termites, which can infest a house for years before being detected. Termites cost U.S. homeowners an estimated $5 billion annually in treatment and repairs. Using the Centricon termite bait system, JCP Services can protect your home from the threat of a termite infestation. Call 580-334-5380. Again, 580-334-5380.
Stop in to Modern Appliance on Main Street today to see powerful Maytag brand kitchen appliances available in a finish inspired by cast iron. Cast iron black is a hard-working, matte finish that is as tough as it is timeless, so you can trust it to help resist scratches while helping hide fingerprints and minor dents, and stand up to the everyday. Add an iconic look to your home with cast iron black kitchen appliances from Maytag brand. See it at Modern Appliance, 2102 Main, or online at modernappliancewoodward.com.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861. Hey, we're back.
You're awful.
I know.
You're like, I wonder if I can make Kindra squirm. Yes, you can. All right, so one of the things I am like, Brian, we have to talk about this. And this is a coin coined by a guy over in Enid, and I can't remember his first name. No. It was Mr. Young, I thought.
Was it Kurt Young?
No, it was his dad.
I thought it was...
Okay, we don't really know who said it, but Enid taught us the word cooperate, and I stinking love it. I love it. Cooperate, because it's like this mix of cooperate, but it's still competition. And that's exactly what the multiple listing service is. And I know that that's tricky, but I really feel like Woodward does a good job with that. We each are trying to take care of our families. We're each trying to earn an income and take care of our families. And there's also this funny drive that I think comes with a lot of realtors that some of you are a little competitive. Right?
No,
you're competitive against yourself though. Man, you're like, I've got to beat what I did, or like you do. You have like a competition with yourself all the time. I don't ever hear you. I mean, you're not really like.
I don't really wrestle myself lately.
Okay, sometimes you make me tired. Anywho, what I'm trying to say is, like, you're not like, I got to beat so-and-so, but you're like, I mean, like, we've talked about your goals at the beginning of the year, and yesterday I came in and I'm like, did you see where you are on your goal sheet? Like, you're nailing it. Like, that's a big deal to you. So
Competition.
No. Competition is important.
Yes.
And then sometimes there is competition, friendly or non-friendly, but usually friendly between us as realtors. But we want to cooperate too. And I think that's the point of the MLS, is that it allows us to still sell and try to do what's best for our families and provide our own incomes, but also to cooperate with other agents. So cooperate, that's my favorite part of the MLS. And you wanted to hit a couple things real quick before we have to go.
All our favorite cooperators.
Yes, one of my favorite cooperators is Connie Rowland at Bank 7, and MLS number 677297. They are an equal housing lender, and their best investment is you.
And so, like Woodward County Abstract, we had multiple closings with them Thursday, and we had some more. I mean, we actually worked with both title companies this weekend.
Yeah, we did. It was a great week.
Bouncing back and forth between 2 or 3 closings, it worked great. On Point Loan Survey, he's going to get a phone call from me when we get off here, because I've got a nasty, it's probably not nasty, it's just over my head type legal description.
Say that again. You need help? You can't figure out that legal description?
So then we'll talk about Modern Appliance. I had to move appliances today to get them out of the way for them getting new ones over on
How
Main
much
Creek.
you love Modern Appliance now.
Oh, yeah. I should have had them do it. Why did I have them do it?
I don't know why we didn't, but I'm going to put that
Because
on
it
the
was
list
late.
for next time.
Okay. And then we have
State
Kevin.
Farm next week. Kevin Kanzler is our guest.
Sweet. That'll be fun. We're going to talk about insurance. So send us any information or questions on insurance, APC, if you guys are looking for any repair stuff. Sherwin-Williams, if your home is a great time to be painting, you should
Paint
be
your
painting
door
everything.
yellow. Don't
Everything
paint
should
your
be
door
painted.
yellow, just
Paint
me.
outside. It's super nice to be painting outside. And then JCP, I've seen them dandelions. They're everywhere.
They are. He
You
sprayed
still
my
have 'em.
yard
You
and
need
my
to kill 'em.
dandelions are dead.
Yes, so he did. So yeah, they're out getting after it. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for our sponsors, and we will see you next week.
With Kevin Kanzler.
Your new favorite, Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI Moreland Woodward. Tell a friend.